Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Very fine. Smile. Ah, very good smile. Correct. Now, last class we started inventory chapter. Whatever we have done in that chapter, any doubt? One doubt came in final account. Doubt remain common. Already I have said. Correct. Now, one question is question number 6 of RTP MTP exam. Question number 6. This question was asked in which exam? In which exam? In which exam? It was asked for how many marks? 10 marks, July 21. Correct. Now, what they have given at year end, her business showed following results. So, whether it means it is a information from trial balance? No, it does not mean it is an information of trial balance. They written at year end. These are the information. Are you getting? This is not an information from trial balance. These are the information given. Now, one thing. Suppose they return electricity expense paid. I am just discussing the doubt point. I think apart from this, there is no doubt. And this doubt will remain common. Electricity expense paid and electricity expense payable. Correct? But now, what is the expense to be charged to PL? 40,000 or 60,000? 40,000? Everyone saying 40,000? Bolo? Yes or no? Means you are assuming that this has been adjusted with what? This? You are assuming this has been adjusted with what? Electricity expense? अरे बोलना रे. And everyone is wrong. So doubt remain common. Doubt is common na? Because she was also saying that, you are also saying that doubt is common. We all are same. But out of us, someone will pass and someone will not pass. That is also common. Means everyone is same in classroom. In exam hall, who is performing, that is very important. In class, everyone will be same. The teacher is same, concept is same, book is same. I think more or less number of hours, whatever you are studying, that also remains same. So exam day is very important. Correct na? That day it actually decide who will pass, who will not pass. Correct na? Among you, someone will come to inter, some of you may not come to inter. I always assume everyone will come, but fact is fact. No, 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 no. You all will come. Why you are so worried? You all will come. I am saying overall. Correct. So you can see electricity expense paid it is given. They have not said electricity expense. If they say expense only, then doubt will come. But if they say paid, means these are the expenses which is paid and these are the expenses which is not paid. So as per accrual concept, what is the expense? Paid, or it can be paid and payable both. Both na. Correct. It means expense is paid plus payable both. So it is understood expense paid, it means expense payable is not yet adjusted. So whenever it is given expense paid, it is understood that this is not yet adjusted. Bolna yes or no? It means total expense become how much? And how much will be transferred to liability side? 20,000. So because add on, this is paid. As this is paid, it is understood that this is not yet adjusted. Not yet adjusted. Understand what I am saying? If this is the information given from trial balance, then they will never write paid. They will write on expense. Because we don't prepare expense paid account, we prepare expense account. We never prepare expense paid. Have you heard about expense paid account? We never prepare expense paid account. But these are the information given to explain you in exam. This is expense paid, not adjusted with payable. Therefore, now you need to apply accrual concept, and in PL account it will be paid plus payable both. Understood now? Are you getting? So what I am saying, if this is trial balance and this expense payable is also coming in trial balance, then it is adjusted. Then they will give expense only. They will not say paid. Understood? This was the only doubt. Apart from that, everything is okay. Chalo. Any more doubt? Very good. Very good. दिल से बक्से में जाओ. Let us come to bills of exchange. Okay, come to bills of exchange. Bills of exchange. You have per page number. I'm 6.1.28. I was there only. Yeah, this. डाउट बताना लास्ट एंट्री में चला गया. चल लास्ट एंट्री जाते हैं. We go to last entry. This entry. Anup account to bank account to deficiency account. How can I understand and read entire question for that? So I need to read the entire question na. I'm not Paramatma. How 10,000 came? And we got 10,000 came from where? I read entire question na. So let me read na. चल read कर लेते हैं. Okay. Suresh draw a bill for rupees 15,000 on Anup on 15th April 2020 for 3 months, which is returned by Anup to Suresh after accepting the same. This is very simple. Suresh get it discounted. Okay, sir. Remit 1/3. Okay, sir. This is accommodation bill. On the due date, Suresh failed to remit the amount due to Anup. Achha, this amount came. This is accommodation bill, na. So I will say suggest you draw Anup account. Draw Anup account. T save. Write on T save. I am just giving you amount. Write down. So 15,000 write down in the credit side. 15,000 write down in the credit side. Write fast. Anup is created with 15,000. Then second entry no effect. Third entry debited by 5,000. Debit 5,000. Fourth entry debit 17,500. Fifth entry credit 3125. 3125. The last entry credit what? 17,500. What is the balancing figure coming? Jadu हुआ देखो. 10,000 coming. Jadu. How this amount came? Hawa. Draw account. We are doing accounts na. So how this amount will come from? From what? I am teaching what? Chemistry. I am teaching biology. Which subject I am teaching? So in biology you will ask how it happens. The teacher will do something na. So in accounts we prepare what? Accounts. Correct? Okay. Chalo. You all have done biology? Chemistry? You know something about biology? Something about chemistry? Chemistry no. Biology yes. जादू है मतलब बता. चलो. Now तो we are commerce student. मजा आ रहा है. Correct. Life में मजा है. Means everyone think that you are commerce means you don't study. Means one impression. How this impression came? अच्छा ओ commerce ना मजा आ रहा है जीवन में. Means अरे बाबा come and do CA once. Then you'll understand. Means believe me. Engineering na only up to 12 they need to study. Once they give IIT and they came to college ना then 3-4 years आराम है. हमारा आराम हराम है. करेक्ट ना. चलो ठीक है. फिर से डाउट. This question. This question was the only question. हाँ. What was doubt? I forgot. So why you have done this question? I said not to do. No. I said not to do. You have done. When I am saying do, he is not doing. When I am saying please don't do, yes sir, I will do it. मजा आ रहा है. वाह रे वाह. Question number 4 I will do ना. To give star mark. Like sir will do. CJ sir huh? Then we'll have so which sir will do. Chalo. Can I come to now inventory? Inventory. Bol. Stand up. What is inventory? You ask me one doubt now. I will also ask. Inventories are asset. Bolo. After that, inventories are closing stock. हाँ तो asset, every asset are inventory. Every assets are inventory. Then what is inventory that I am asking? Which assets are inventory? Now you see, everyone started reading. Next turn is mine. I will not ask that question, right? To you. Right? What do you think? I will ask that question to you. I am CA Baba. Everyone started reading. Gu, 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 gu. Not revise, na? Huh? Revising bills of exchange. Acha, sit down. ठीक है, okay. But we have done in class na. So what we have done? No, I have not asked you. I have not asked you. You want to say something? Stand up. What is the effect of undervaluation and overvaluation of closing stock? What? Gajab. Opening stock? Opening stock. Man, I am confused. What you are increasing, what you are decreasing. But good, good, good. Sit down, sit down. Understood. Chalo. Now let us start the balance point of this chapter. Last class, let us revise once. Whatever we have done. Can we revise? So we have done with the meaning of inventories. Inventories are assets which are either A or B or C. Point number A is what? Which are held for sale in the ordinary course of business. Point number B, which are held in the production process. Point number C, which are held for consumption in the production process. So we have understood with this definition that for trading or trading or non-manufacturing organization, inventory includes stock in trade, which are held for sale. For manufacturing, it can be either raw material or WIP or finished goods. Correct. However, for our CA foundation level, we'll only concentrate on finished goods and stock in trade. Normally, they will not ask valuation of raw material and WIP. That will do in which level? In CA intern level. Correct. The inventory definition we have understood, then we have done the effect of undervaluation or overvaluation of stock, that we have understood that opening stock has an inverse relationship with profit and direct relationship with cost, and closing stock has direct relationship with profit and inverse relationship with cost. This much we have understood. We have done some questions also. That questions example you understood. This type of examples we have done. Then we have done valuation of inventory at year end. So always we do valuation of inventory at year end. Year end means balance sheet date. So we value inventory for the preparation of what? We value inventory for preparation of final account. In final account, in trial balance, they have given what? One adjustment. Closing stock. So closing stock will become an adjustment in final account chapter. But how that amount is arrived, that we are doing in this chapter. How that amount will be arrived, that we are doing in this chapter. So what our AS2, this chapter we are doing as per accounting standard 2. Accounting standard 2. So what our AS2 says that we should value inventory at lower of cost or net realizable value. Net realizable value. Net realizable value. It is not market price. What is the meaning of net realizable value? Expected sale price minus expected selling expense. However, in CA foundation level, they will always give NRV. They will always give NRV. Means now we need to understand what is cost price. Means we need to compare these two, and whichever is lower should be taken. Whichever is lower. Why lower? As per which principle? Conservatism principle, because our conservatism principle says that recognize all profit, do not recognize expense. What is this, sir? You don't know anything. Ulta bol diya. Correct. To recognize all expected expenses and losses. Do not anticipate any expected income or gain. Based on that principle, it is given lower. Lower, you understood? Yes, sir. So can I say valuation is very easy once we understand how to find out cost price. So to find out cost price, we need to understand for trading and for manufacturing. Till now we have done trading only. So for trading, what is the cost of purchase, that we need to understand. So cost of purchasing stock in trade. Cost of purchasing stock in trade, it has two components. One is purchase price and second is direct expense. Already we have understood from trading account, the cost will include purchase and direct expense only. Understood. The purchase price is what? Purchase price means invoice price less trade discount plus any non-refundable duties and taxes. Non-refundable duties and taxes means either GST, it can be import duty or custom duties. Correct. So if it is refundable, then it will not be added. If it is non-refundable, it will be added. So normally in question they will say GST credit is available. Credit is available means what? It is refundable. If no credit is available, then it means what? It is non-refundable. If question is silent, always you will assume what? It is non-refundable. Understood? Correct? Yes, sir. Can you see information given? We can calculate this. So we debit purchase account with this amount. We debit purchase account with invoice price or this amount purchase price. Okay, so this is known as purchase price. Then in this we'll add what? Direct expenses to bring the inventory in present location from where you are doing sale. To bring the inventory, so it will include what expenses, for example carriage inward, loading and unloading charges, insurance in transit, any octroi entry tax paid, etc. Correct. This become direct expenses. So purchase price plus direct expenses will become cost of purchase. Correct. Understood. Correct. So this become the closing. This become the cost price plus closing stock. Correct. Then I have taken two example. I hope that example has given more clarity. Means this last example, whatever we have done, this has given more clarity. What I want to say. Have you understood this point? Last example, bolo. Any doubt about last example? No. This trading account you understood? So can you see this chapter we are doing for this now? Correct. So can you see if NRV means net realizable value is not given, then we'll always assume that net realizable value is more than what? Cost price, and therefore valuation will be done at cost price. If NRV is not given, always assume that NRV is more than cost price. However, this amount should be cost price or NRV whichever is. This amount should be cost price or NRV whichever is lower. So if NRV is not given, we'll assume NRV is more than cost price. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Correct. But this will be cost price or NRV whichever is lower. This amount will be cost price or NRV whichever is lower. Understood? Yes, sir. Now today we'll discuss. This much we have done. Now today we'll come to what? Non-manufacturing. So A was A was non-manufacturing. Today we'll do what? Manufacturing. Manufacturing. Organization. Correct. Now just try to understand. In case of manufacturing organization, what will be the component of cost? Means we are discussing what are the component of cost. One will be cost of purchasing raw material. We'll purchase what raw material? We need to find out what is the cost of purchase of raw material. Then we'll add some cost of conversion. Means what is the cost of converting raw material into finished goods. So there are two components. One is cost of purchase of raw material. Second is what? Cost of conversion. Understood? Right on. In this we are discussing about first component will be cost of purchase of raw material. So this will be what? Invoice price minus trade discount plus non-refundable duties and taxes. Understood? Plus non-refundable duties and taxes, and then plus what? Any direct expenses to bring the inventory in present location. Present location will be what? In factory. So we'll bring that raw material in factory and then we'll do production process. Correct now. So plus direct expenses to bring the inventory in present location. So can you say this become cost of purchase of what? Cost of purchase of raw material. Can you say it is similar to cost of purchase of stock in trade? We have done the same thing for stock in trade for trading organization. But in manufacturing, this is the cost of purchase of raw material, not finished goods. But we are here to find out cost price of finished goods. Understood? So in this, we'll add what? Point number B is point number 2. That is cost of conversion. So this will include point number A, direct manufacturing wages, means direct labor cost. Direct labor we call it. Direct labor. So this will include direct manufacturing wages. Of course, can I say there will be some labor required for production process. So we need to pay some remuneration to them. That remuneration is known as direct manufacturing wages. Correct? Manufacturing wages. Understood. That will be also added. Correct? Then we'll also add some direct manufacturing what? Direct manufacturing expenses. Correct? Direct manufacturing wages. Can you see these are the expenses other than direct material, means raw material and labor? There may be some other direct manufacturing expenses. For example, suppose right now, just try to understand. I am also producing some recorded classes. So I am manufacturing that now. I am producing what recorded classes now. Recording is going on. Once recorded, I will sell it. So in classroom also some production process going on. So for that production process, I require some software. For software, I paid some royalty. Means I have taken software from some other party. So I need to pay some royalty to them. So whatever I am paying to use that software will be direct manufacturing cost. Are you getting what I am saying? That become a direct manufacturing cost. So that will be also added. Without that software, I can't record classes now because I am not that technical person. So I need to hire intellectual property of other. I need to hire intellectual property of other party now. So it might happen I'm using the property of other party. So I need to pay some royalty income to them. So for them it is royalty income. For us it is what? Royalty expense. Okay, so that become our direct manufacturing expense. Write down in this. These are cost other than direct material. Direct material means raw material. And direct labor. Correct? Which are incurred for a specific project. Correct? Yeah, write down for a specific product. For a specific product. Understood? For example, write down royalty paid for using license or technology on production of units. And so royalty paid for using license. License means we are using license. So whenever I have purchased software, so it means I purchased a license to use that post software. So they will provide some key to use that software. I think you have also used many software, gaming software. So they will provide some key, and when you use that key, then only you can use that software. There will be some activation key, na. So for generating that activation key, you need to pay some amount on an yearly basis. After 1 year, that will require renewal. Means every year you are paying some premium, some royalty to that party. That become what? Royalty amount paid. So we also pay if you are using technology of other party or license of any other party or software of any other party for our products. We need to pay some expense. That is known as royalty paid for using. Understood? Have you understood this point? Correct. So this also you have understood. So can I say cost of conversion will include what? Direct manufacturing wages and direct manufacturing expense. And then write down point number C. It will also include production overhead. Production overhead. Overhead is nothing but expense. Overhead is nothing but expense. We can say production expense also. But this is the term used in costing. Now costing is a different subject. When you will come to CA Inter, it become a different subject. Correct now. So that it is a one subject of 100 marks. So can you see you will become expert in that subject in CA Inter and final. Correct now. So expertise you will get when you come to CA Inter and final. Right now only we are touching that subject. Correct. So there is a one term production overhead. Production overhead is nothing but production expense other than what? Direct material, direct labor and direct expense, direct manufacturing expense. What is the meaning of production overhead? That we need to understand. So it will include indirect material. Indirect material. Correct. Indirect material means just try to understand. You suppose if I am saying this is one product we have manufactured. So can you see in this product there are some visible component. Visible means plastic is there, but there will be some inside also. So that become direct material. But there are some material which are invisible, which is also required for production. For example, chemicals will be required to mold plastic. A fire will be required to generate fire. We require what? Coal. But you can't see coal here, na? Can you see coal with the coal? But coal is required to generate fire, and fire will be required to generate heat, and heat is required to mold plastic. Are you getting? So that coal is also one material used in production process, but that is not directly attached to this unit. So that become indirect material. But you will purchase coal also, na? You purchase plastic, you purchase coal. Both are required for production process. But plastic become what? Direct material. Coal become what? Indirect material. I hope you have understood. Correct. So can I say indirect material is also required for production process? So that general term for that become production overhead. Production overhead. So indirect material, just write down, which cannot be, only for your understanding. Detailed discussion will be done in CA Inter. Correct. Right now I'm just discussing because there is one final account unit 2 is left for manufacturing organization. So for that chapter these all terms are required. Correct. So which can, yeah, I don't, which cannot be linked directly to finished product. Understood? Examples. Examples will be what? For example, any stores consumed consumable for repair and maintenance. Work. For example, plant MSC require repair and maintenance. So for that, some store is required, some parts are required. So that parts which are consumed during that repair maintenance, that become what? Indirect material. Correct? Are you getting what I am saying? It will also include some what? What is this? Fuel and chemicals. It may include some fuel and chemicals which is required for production process. Understood? Correct. These are some examples that become indirect material. Point number 2, write down. It will also include indirect labor. Indirect labor. Already we have direct labor. Now it become indirect labor. Direct labor are those labor which are directly engaged in production process. But there are some labor which is not required for production process, but then also required. For example, storekeeper to count for the counting purpose. They are storekeepers, but required or not in factory. Correct now. The factory watchman, that is also required. So can I say that become indirect labor? That is also required for production process, but not directly. Correct. So their wages will become a part of production overhead. Understood? So indirect labor means what? देखो, wages paid which cannot be directly linked with unit produced. For example, that on wages for maintenance work. Understood? Wages for storekeeper, etc. Point number 3. That on indirect manufacturing expense. There will be some indirect manufacturing expense which will be also part of what? Production overhead. Let an example, depreciation of plant and machinery. So when you are using plant and machinery for production process, so that depreciation will be also a part of cost that you recover from whom? Customer only. Are you getting the depreciation of plant and machinery? Are you getting what I am saying? Depreciation of factory premises means factory building, because factory building is required for production process, but depreciation of office building will not come, because in office building you are not doing production. So that become what? That will be debited to PL. That will be debited to PL. What you can recover from customer, that is a part of cost now. Understood what I am saying? Correct. Same. Any insurance for factory building. Are you getting what I am saying? Any insurance of factory building, repair and maintenance of plant and machinery. Correct. Factory electricity expenses. factory rent. I hope you have understood. I've just given some examples. All these together become what? Cost of conversion. And when we add cost of purchase with cost of conversion, it become what? Cost price of finished goods. Cost price of finished goods. Are you able to understand what I am saying? So I said there are two components here. First, calculate cost of purchase of raw material. Then add what? Cost of conversion. This together become what? Cost price of finished goods. Cost price of finished goods. Understood? I have done this much detailed discussion for final account unit 2 chapter. Final account unit 2 chapter. However, what I have seen that in inventory chapter, they normally ask trading organization. They do not ask manufacturing organization in exam question. But this will be relevant for which chapter? Final account unit 2 chapter. Understood? Correct. And therefore I have done this much discussion. I hope you have understood this all. So can I say there are two type of manufacturing cost? If I say in this way, manufacturing cost. There are two type. One is direct, one is indirect. Correct? Indirect. Can I say direct will include direct material, direct labor, and direct manufacturing expenses. Have you understood? Similarly, indirect will include what? Indirect material, indirect labor, and indirect manufacturing expenses. This indirect is known as production overhead. This indirect is known as what? Production overhead. Understood what I am saying? Have you understood this much? Correct. All information will be given. Only you need to add. Only you need to add. Okay. Okay. Then Adam, next point. What is the point number? Last point was last class. Calculation of cost price was 5 na. In that we have done A and B. A and B understood? So this 5 point is over. Now come to 6 point. Point number 6. Down. Expenses excluded from cost price. Expenses excluded from cost price. Can I say in simple word? I will say any expenses which is debited to what? Debited to PL will be excluded. Any expenses which are debited to PL, or we say any expenses which are not recovered from customer, will not be included in cost price. In simple word, correct. What can be the examples? Point number A, batao. Can you just give a general term? Can I say administrative and office expenses? Have you understood this point? Now I have given many examples on this in final account chapter, because all admin and office expense will be debited to PL. Second example is what? Selling and distribution expenses. You remember? अरे बोलना रे. Already I have given many examples on this. Correct? Then point number C is what? Any finance expenses. You remember? Finance expenses means interest. Means interest expenses. Correct? Then point number D is what? Abnormal loss. Oh, remember? Abnormal loss will be debited to what? Abnormal loss will not be included, but normal loss will be included. Remember, normal loss, abnormal loss, all we have done. All we have done in which chapter? Understood why I have done final account before this? Because now it is comfortable. Comfortable, everything you know now. These all terms are now known to you. Correct? It become easy for my explanation purpose. Then point number, you write on any storage cost unless it is necessary for what? For production. Correct only. Storage cost. Storage cost means rent. Suppose you are rent paying for a godown for storing raw material. You are paying rent for a premises for storing raw material. So बताओ essential or not essential for production process? Essential to included in what? Cost price. But if I will say storage cost for storing finished goods after production, then it is not essential now for production process because production already completed. Production already completed. Now if you are holding your goods, you need to pay rent for that. So that is not necessary for production process. Just write down example. Storage cost of raw material will be included. Bolo yes or no? And storage cost of what? Finished goods. FG means excluded. Have you understood this point? Bolo. I hope you have understood. Correct. Have you understood this point? Simple. Correct. In simple word, I can say all indirect expenses debited to what? PL will be excluded from cost price. Will be excluded from cost price. Correct. Let me take one example. Example. Purchase 5,000 units at a cost price of rupees 1,000 per unit. Normal waste means loss, is equal to 4%. Total waste is equal to 300 units. Sold 3,000 units at rupees 2,500 per unit. Understood? This becomes sale price. Calculate what? Value of closing stock and prepare what? Trading account. So I am now given normal loss also, abnormal loss also. Just try to understand. Accounting of normal loss, abnormal loss already we completed. Means in final account chapter we have done adjustment entry for normal loss and abnormal loss. So entry we have understood. Now we are just dealing with calculation part. Calculation part. Understood what I am saying? Correct. So in this batao solution. What is the total waste? Total waste is 300 units. But how much normal waste? So normal waste is what? 4% of what? 5,000 is equal to what? 200 units. So anything wasted over and above normal loss will be what? Abnormal. It become abnormal now. So abnormal waste is how much? 100 units. Correct. Understood. Now, can you say this will be recovered from customer? These are not recoverable from customer. Are you getting? Means this will be included in cost. It will be excluded from cost. To find out cost price per unit, what you'll do? Means we are here to understand how to calculate cost price per unit. So first you need to find out cost of purchase. Because I have said cost of purchase. I have not said purchase price. Cost of purchase means what? Invoice price minus trade discount plus non-refundable duties and taxes plus direct expenses to bring the inventory in present location. This is cost of purchase. In this question, cost of purchase is given. I have said 5,000 into what? 1,000 means cost of purchase given. Thank you very much. Are you getting what I am saying? How much it become? 50 lakh. Understood. Correct. Any doubt? Correct. Now, just try to understand everyone. Can I say, everyone just try to understand. Out of 5,000 units, how much normal waste means what is the waste which is going to happen? 200 means this loss was known to us. Means when we purchase, we were knowing that this much loss will happen. Means effectively we purchase how much? Effectively we purchase 4,800 now. Effectively we purchase 4,800 units which can be sold to other party. Which can be sold to other party means, can you see, if you want to calculate cost price per unit, you will divide by 5,000 or 4,800, or you will divide by another loss is 100, it is 4,700 without. Means you can recover how much cost from customer. You can recover how much cost from customer, that we need to understand. Correct? Just try to understand. If I say, don't write, if I say divide by 5,000, it will come out 1,000. If I say divide by what? 4,800, it will come how much? Check karo. 1066. And if I divide by 4,700, how much it is coming? 1063.82. Correct? Means, can I say due to loss, everyone, due to loss, whether normal loss or abnormal loss, your cost price per unit will increase? When there was no loss, what was the cost price? Means due to normal loss and abnormal loss, cost price will increase. Means, can I say the cost price of normal loss and cost price of abnormal loss has been spreaded over balance unit? So can due to normal loss, your cost price will increase effectively or not? Not understood. You purchase 1,000 units at rupees 50 lakh, but now you can sell only 4,700. Means the 300 whatever you have purchased, that cannot be sold. So that cost will be spread into balance unit. So due to that, cost price per unit will increase. Yes or no? Cost price per unit will increase or not? So due to loss, cost price will increase. Correct? My question to you all, whether due to normal loss, it is increased by how much? Due to abnormal loss, another increase by what? Some amount, 41 becomes 63. My question to you all, can you recover this amount from customer? 63 minus 41, how much? Can you recover 22 from customer? No. Can you recover? So it means cost price is 1000 or 1041 or 1063. 1041, because you can recover this much from, and the balance 22 will be charged to what? PL account. Are you able to understand? Means to find out cost price per unit, can you see you will divide by 4800. अरे बोलना रे. And can you say the cost price of normal loss has been spread over balance unit that you recover from sale of balance unit? That will be recovered from sale of balance unit. Are you able to understand? Correct. So what I want to say, whenever you want to find out cost price per unit after normal loss, you will divide by balance unit after normal loss. Means you will find out what is the balance unit. You will find out what is the balance unit after what? Normal loss or total loss. So you will find out balance unit after normal loss. That become 4800. So this become cost price per unit. Cost price per unit become how much? What did we say? 50 lakh divided by 4800. It is 1041.67. Have you understood this? Bata. Have you understood? Correct. Now we are here to find out value of what? Closing stock. What was the total units purchase? 5000 minus total waste how much? 300. So how much left? Out of this how much sold? So what is the units left? So they can say this is closing units. How much? 1700. So what is the value of closing stock? 1700 multiplied by what? 1041.67. 1,76,000. 1,77,000 na? 1,77,000. No, it is 17 lakh. 17 lakh 70,833. What you are saying? Yeah. 70 lakh 70,833. If you are rounding off, I have used rounding off na. Chalo ठीक है. Okay. Means I have done multiply with entire amount. 39 आ रहा है. Make it 39 और 40 कर देते हैं. 40 ठीक है. मजा आता है rounding off. 40. Have you understood this point? Have you understood this calculation? This is given in what final account chapter? Correct. Means after this, if you have been asked to prepare trading account, what you will do? Trading account. बताओ. Units, amounts, units, amount for your understanding. बताओ. To purchase, how many units effectively purchase? Can I say 4,800? Understood. And what was the cost price? 50 lakh na? 50 lakh. By sales, how many units sold? 3,000 at what? 3,000 into how much? I have given na? Into what you have done? I have given sale price per unit 2,500. So into 2,500, so it is 75 lakh. So it has been sold at 75 lakh. This is sales price. Correct now. And by closing stock will be how much? How many units? Bolo. How many units? 1700. How much missing? 100 is missing na? The 100 is what? Abnormal loss. Abnormal loss. So I said what is the journal entry for abnormal loss? Abnormal loss to purchase, yeah, abnormal loss to trading account. Either you deduct from this or write on which side? You remember? What is the adjustment entry for abnormal loss? Abnormal loss to purchase, yeah, abnormal loss to trading account. Forgotten? Abnormal loss. Come to your final account chapter. The last adjustment I think so. Normal loss, abnormal loss. Forgotten. Final account chapter come. Abnormal loss, normal loss. What journal entry for normal loss? No journal entry. Abnormal loss, what journal entry? Abnormal loss to purchase or abnormal loss to trading account. Either you reduce from purchase or write down in which side? Credit side of trading account. So you write down 100. Match हो गया ना? अरे बोलना रे. Understood? Have you understood? So what is the cost price per unit? 100 into what? Cost price per unit. So 100 into 1041.67. How much? 104167. Correct? Understood? And what is the closing stock? Already we calculated 17,70,840. But the difference will what? GP. GP is how much? How much? 4375 007 007 means 43,75,007 rupees. This become GP. Have you understood? Let us check whether it is mathematically correct or not. Let us check it is mathematically correct or not. This to account you understood, but mathematics mean let us understood it is correct or not. Can you say sale price minus cost price will be profit? Bolo yes or no? What is the sale price per unit? Sale price per unit. What is the cost price per unit? That nalayak. 1041.67 na. Abhi I said cost price, now you are saying 1000. Ware. Cost price per unit is what is? The difference for profit per unit. What is the profit per unit? 1433 multiplied by how many units sold? देखो approximately it is coming same or not? Approximately means we are doing correct accounting. Correct accounting. देखो बचपन में in बचपन you have done this. बचपन पता नहीं initial 7 class 8 class 7 class 8 class you remember? Now you have done, you have forgotten, then what can I do? 7 class 8 class. In some school 7 class, some school 8 class, some school they don't teach only. Out of syllabus. Well, skip this chapter. ऐसा बोलते ना, will not this situation. मेरे को नहीं आता. But initially you have done this. We are applying that only na. Account is this only. Account is this only na to find out profit. The sale price minus cost price. So sale price understood. Cost price how to calculate that we are understanding. But it is proved or not means our accounting is correct or not. Accounting is correct. So what I want to say in this chapter, actually we are discussing about this. In final account chapter all points we have done. All points we have done. Are you able to understand? I hope you have understood. Any doubt? Bolo. Let one more question. Example. Purchase 1000 units at the rate of rupees 50. Total loss 100 units. Normal loss 25 units. Sold 700 units at rupees 80. Calculate GP. Understood? Now for GP calculation, first you need to calculate closing stock. Abnormal loss. Abnormal loss, closing stock. मजा आया? मजा आ रहा है? हाँ. Have you understood this question? You will do, I will do. You will do. Do. Yeah. I am with you. Do. What is the answer? GP? How much? One answer is what? 58,596. Any other option? Bata. What is the gross profit? 22215. Any other answer? 20,080. 20,102. 20,102. Well, these two are approximately same only. There is some difference in decimal, etc. 20,000, 21,380. Any more option? 27,000, 57. 57. मजा तो आ रहा है. और बताओ. This is what? 27,000? 57,485. Any more? Chalo. Now, everyone, I'll just give you one easy way to find out closing stock. Correct now? So, of course, you have understood this, but let me give you one format so that you'll never do mistake. Correct? So, first, what you'll do, you'll find out cost of purchase. In this question, cost of purchase is given, but it might happen cost of purchase is not given. So, first calculate cost of purchase. Then add on here units. Correct. Then add on cost price per unit, and then add on total. We'll prepare this statement. But how many units you purchased initially, and what was the cost price? So it become 50,000. It become 50,000. Now from this we'll deduct first normal loss. Normal loss. How many units? How much? 25. But whether you value normal loss separately? No. You will not value normal loss separately because it will be included in cost only. Correct. It means, can you see now what is the amount, what is the units available? 975. And what is the total cost? 50,000. Because of this, this will change. So now it will become 50,000 divided by what? 975. So it become 51.28. 51.28. Understood? Correct. Then you will do minus what? Abnormal loss. So abnormal loss, how many units? Total was 100. So 75. Correct. Can I say this will be valued separately to 51.28? 51.28. So 75 into 51.28, how much? It become how much? 38. 3846. Correct. Now how much left? Can this become 900? Correct. This is what? 50,000 minus 3846. 3846. Correct? Bolo. Yes. Okay. Now this is how much? 46 154. 154. And if you divide by this will come 51.28. Check karo. Proportionately it will be same only. Proportionately it will be same. Understood? This also you have understood? Correct. Then minus how much you have sold, means we need to find out cost of sales, cost of goods sold. So how many units you have sold? 700. But we don't require this. If you want to calculate, you can calculate. How many units left now? 200. But it will valued at 51.28 only. So 200 into 51.28, how much? 10256. So this is correct. How many have got this? So this is correct. Understood? If you do in that way also, same answer will come. But now we will use this format so that you will never do mistake. So we'll use this format. And this format will be very important in consignment chapter coming soon in your life. Think consignment chapter is fully based on normal loss, abnormal loss only. Correct? So this format will be very useful in which chapter? Consignment chapter. So I am just making you ready for which chapter? Consignment chapter. Understood? Yes, sir. So it might happen for this chapter it is not so important. But for consignment chapter this will be very important. Now you will prepare trading account. Trading account. Batao. What do you write down? To purchase how much? To purchase 50,000. Buy sale how much? How many units sold? 700. Into what? 80 na? It is 56,000. 56,000. Then Adam buy what? Abnormal loss. How much? Already we calculated. 3846. Buy closing stock how much? It is 10,256. What is GP coming? 2 GP is equal to 20,102. This is the correct answer. Means which one is correct? Let's see. Have you given? Yes, we got the answer. Means some of you have given correct answer. But I will say this is also correct. There is some difference coming because of what? Some point decimal. So that is also correct. So how many got these two answer? Correct. Balance you have not got. So balance will get. Don't worry. The second question only. Got it. But have you understood what mistake you have done? Those who have not got the answer, have you understood your mistake? That you need to identify. And once you have identified, give a smiley there. Give a smiley. If you have suppose you have done mistake यहाँ पर. Suppose you have done mistake यहाँ पर. तो just give a smiley here. Or wherever you have done mistake. ठीक है ना? Means if you have done wrong calculation for abnormal loss. Or you have done wrong calculation of closing stock. Just give a smiley. So that you need to understand. Yes, initially we have done mistake here. Now we need to rectify it. One more question. But in this question, first you need to calculate cost of purchase and then apply this table. Chalega? In last two question, I have given cost of purchase. Now, in this question, I will not give you cost of purchase. You need to first calculate what? Cost of purchase. Chalega? Bolna re? Yes, sir. Write down example. Write down. Purchase 5,000 units at a list price. List price means invoice price. List price means what? Invoice price. Rupees 100. Trade discount 10%. GST. Then down. Transportation cost is equal to what? 25,000. Insurance in transit 5,000. Normal loss 5%. Total loss 400 units. units sold, 3000 units at rupees 125. Carries outward 10,000. Calculate GP and NP. Understood? GP means trading account, NP means PL account. The first calculate cost of purchase. Understood? And just give me closing stock. After that I will do. For valuation, just use that table now. Whatever I have given the previous question now. Cost of purchase you understood now. Cost of purchase means invoice price minus trade discount plus non-refundable duties and taxes plus direct expenses to bring the inventory in present location. चलेगा? First you give me cost of purchase. Don't do mistake in cost of purchase. Huh? Cost of purchase how much? 4,80,000. The 4,80,000 is correct. Now do. Cost of purchase is 4,80,000. Now start doing that table as I have done in last question. What is the closing stock? How much you are getting? Option number 1, closing stock. Not got. Amount of amount units तो अरे वाह 1,61,068 one option I got this second 680 ले जीरो ले ले everyone got cost of purchase 4,80 then do as per previous cost of that only will come na it is 5,000 into 100 how much 5 lakh लो I will do चलो ठीक है the first we need to calculate cost of purchase so point number 1 calculation of cost of purchase so in this we write down first what invoice price how much units 5,000 into what 100 means how much 5 lakh less what at what rate this is what 50,000 so it become 4 lakh 50,000 then we'll add what transportation expense how much 20,000 now 25 I have given so 25 I have given how much then one more I have given na insurance in transit how much I have given how much any other item I have given carriage outward to will not come so what is this very good excellent मजा आ रहा है correct yes sir now how many got closing stock one option I got this 1,61,000 so one option I got what was the first option 1,61,680 na second option you got 1,61,936 these are more or less same only I think some approximation difference is coming what is your answer closing stock अरे give रे मैक्सिमम मॉड्यूल है पर रॉन्ग होगा ना बता बोलो 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 बोलना रे मजा आ रहा है ना तुम लोग को नहीं बोल के तंग करते हो तुम लोग मुझे मैं करूं आई विल डू व्हाट आई विल डू विल कॉपी पेस्ट नो वन इज सीइंग मी ओनली वो देखते ही नहीं मेरे को सब विल आस्क व्हाट इज द आंसर अरे बोल कभी देख भी लिया कर ऐसे तो इतने दूर हो अरे दिस ओनली सेकंड ऑप्शन मीन्स टू आंसर आई गॉट दिस फर्स्ट वन एनी मोर you got what first only how you got why not you got second these two voting was there because of that reason ओए चंपक चल I will do you will not give answer you are not getting no I will get it right on point number 2 we are doing valuation of closing stock अरे बोलना रे correct now first write down cost of purchase How many units? 5,000. It become 4,80,000. Correct? It means it become 4,80,000 divided by 5,000. How much? 96 it become. Understood? Correct. Then minus what? Normal loss. How many units? What is normal loss? 250. Will you write down amount? No. So this become how much? 47. What is the amount? 4,80,000 divided by what? 4750. How much? So 101.05. So due to normal loss, your cost price will increase. So more amount is recovered from customer. Now you'll do minus what? Abnormal loss. How many units? 150. It will be 101.05 only. Correct? So 150 into 101.05. How much? It become 1,51,005. No, sorry. It is 15,157. Point hata de. Correct. So this become how much? 4,000. 4,600 units left. Correct. And this will be what? 4,80,000 minus 15,157. Correct. This become 4,64,843. And this will be approximately same only. Correct. Understood. Now out of this, how much sold? How much sold? How much? 3,000. So how much left? This become closing stock. So 1,600. What is the cost price per unit? 101.05. You will do 1,600 into 101.05. How much? It is 161,680. 161,680. Now volume increases na. So volume increases na. Whatever answer you got, you should be confident about that. There may be some calculation mistake. Practice required. How many have not got this answer? Why? What is the reason? Reason batao. Huh? Cost price. Which cost price? Means which cost price? अरे बोल. This only wrong. अरे चलो ठीक है. This only 4,80,000 wrong. अरे that too was simple only na. Huh? Insurance transit forget. Huh? Chalo. Okay. But have you understood? Abnormal loss we have not calculated. Abnormal loss, so this came as balance. This to given only. Total loss is what? 400 minus normal loss is what? 250. What is abnormal loss? 250. 250 multiplied by this will be this. Understood? Correct. Means the valuation of closing stock and abnormal loss will be at same amount. Means the cost price per unit for closing stock and abnormal loss will remain same. Cost price, cost price of abnormal loss and cost price per unit for abnormal loss and closing stock will remain same. Understood? Now I have asked you to prepare what? But the trading account. For the trading account, what will be the purchase? Huh? Purchase will not be 4,80,000. 5 lakh be not. Forgot. It is invoice price minus trade discount plus non-refunded duties and taxes. That much only. 4,50,000 na. Forgot na. Last class only I have said this thing. Then write down 2 carriage inward. 2 carriage inward how much? 25,000. To insurance in transit, how much? 5,000. These are direct expenses, na? So we record direct expenses separately, na? This is recording part. That is valuation part. Remember? Then by sales, how much? How many units sold? 3,000 into what? Into 125. How much? 3,75,000. Batao. By abnormal loss, how much? Abnormal loss, how much? 15,000. 158. By closing stock, how much? 1,61,680. So who will give GP? GP. How much? 71,838. Have you understood this part? I am mixing this chapter with final account chapter for practice. But trading account is not a part of this chapter. Huh? I am trying to mix this chapter with final account because already we have done final account. Got it? Have you understood this part? Any doubt? Complicate हो रहा है? Is it complicate? अरे बोलो. Complicate. One more question you do. This time I want perfection, huh? But before that, who will give me net profit? Net profit भी तो करना है. Let's see who is giving me net profit correct. And if you are giving wrong net profit means आज पढ़ने का मन नहीं है आपका. Today you have decided that मजा नहीं आ रहा है. I am not getting मजा. Correct ना? आज घर से लड़ाई करके आई. Today you have done fighting ना? अरे I am married. You are also married. You do fighting with whom? What is the answer? 61. One option I got 61. 831. 838. Second option. Second option. Same. Everyone getting same. Anyone getting different answer? Everyone getting same. 5 lakh. What is the total of what? Total. This total. I don't want that, but total you do by your own. I am not for totaling. I am asking net profit. Net profit means from PL account. फिर हम बाई जीपी यहां पर what 5,6,6,80. ये किस लिए बोल दिया तूने? What you have said? हाँ ये ना this तो I have written 36 means this is permutation combination we are doing. Today let us start permutation combination. Anything match? You are getting how much? 61. You are getting 7. This is the gross profit, Nalayak. Wow, wow. Chalo. It means till now I have not got correct answer. But the 2 carries outward how much? 10,000. And you have done this much only. Arey Baba, abnormal loss is also there. This will be charged to what? Now why you are saying? Shh. Once I start, don't say. Huh? I become angry. Shh, shh, shh. Once I start, don't say, "Huh? I was what joking before me." Means मजा आ रहा था. You will say after me. Shh. To abnormal loss, who will do? I will do. Abnormal loss, what is journal entry? First, abnormal loss to purchase or trading account, and then abnormal loss if uninsured. Charge to what? PL account. PL account debit to abnormal loss. Where we have done this? You have not done carriage outward. Go out of the class. You become carriage outward right now. मतलब महान है. Means we have different types of student. मजा तो आता है. To net profit how much? 46680. Understood. This everything we have done in which chapter? I am mixing this chapter with what final account chapter. So that you stick to final account. Final account is the important chapter. Have you understood this part? Correct. One more question. If I will give, it will be in Greek, but not now. Tomorrow I will give. Revise income. Today the you what will do? मजा नहीं आ रहा है. Revise income. Okay. So tomorrow I will give one more question for practice. But have you understood? Practice required. Practice was required for table 1 also. 1 1 ja, 1 2 ja, 1 3 ja, 1 4 ja, 1 5 ja, 1 6 ja, 1 7 ja, 1 8 ja, 1 9 ja. ये जा क्यों बोलते हैं? Have you understood that? Huh? Have you understood why ja? Ja भाई ja. Now believe me. अभी तो right now this and you why अभी right now I will start 9 का table you know 9 1 ja 9 2 ja 9 3 ja 9 4 ja 9 5 ja 9 4 ja 9 4 ja what he said 9 5 ja 9 6 ja 9 7 ja 9 9 ja अरे good यार 9 10 ja and 12 12 you know 13 13 forgotten. You know why you remember this table? Because of two reasons. No ratta. No ratta. Because those days, na, your teacher was your parents. Bolo. These all tables has been taught to you by your either father or mother. And lot of effort was given. And second reason is what? You have done lot of practice. Correct. If mother was a teacher, then to with the scale. Bol. How many of you mar khaya? There's so many na. And because of that reason, that actually scolding is blessing. No, we don't have right to scold. I can't beat you na. You will beat. You'll say, who are you? I don't have that right. Legal case कर देते तुम मेरे पर. अरे बोलना रे. I can't also put you throw out of the class because you have given fees. Correct ना? I don't have that right. अरे बोलना give me that right. मजा आएगा. Will you give me? No. You'll not give. One slap I will do. Next time will not come only. You'll not come. So that power, that right I don't have. That right I don't have. If that right you give me ना मजा आ जाएगा. जब देखो कैसे पढ़ाता हूँ. And because of that reason, that table is still with you in your mind. I have done that chapter, that table, but till now 20, table 20, everything is in my mind. Correct now. First, because of parents' blessing. Second, practice. Lot of practice we have done. Lot of practice. Understood? Are you able to understand? Second thing, one more reason. Do you know any songs? Any songs, Hindi songs? Which song you like? Which song the most Any good song, recent song you like? Any song? Which song? अरे बोल रही मैं. I'm asking something, Ray. You like any song? No song. You don't have good friend? अरे you any song? Which song? हाँ? एक बार सुना? अरे please, 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 please. अच्छा one para. अच्छा without rhythm. Without rhythm. Why? There's nothing wrong in singing a song, na? Means you sing only in front of good friend. तो make ना. Make. अच्छा anyone from this side? You want to sing? अरे क्या है? अरे यार. अरे what is wrong in singing a song? I'm not able to. I'm giving a permission to you. Sing तो. Anyone? मजा मन कर रहा है. मैं सर मेरे से नहीं पूछ रहे हैं. हाँ? Anyone please, please. Request from my side. No one. Anyone good singer here? Good dancer? Means only you have good friends. You are not a good guy. Come on. You want to sing? Chalo. But just try to understand what I want to say. Any song, whether you know or whether you don't know to sing, but you memorize it, means it will be in your mind. I will ask any song, you sing. Why? Because while listening that song, you have interest in that. And one time you listen, it will be in your mind forever. Believe me, I am not, means I don't know any song because I don't like to listen that. That is not my hobby. And because of that reason, I don't remember any song. Are you getting what? Because I don't have interest in that area. Why you memorize that? Because you have interest in that area. One time you listen, I mean, one new song came now. What? Ranbir Kapoor. Which one? देखो मतलब एक तो रणबीर कपूर मैरिड ऑल्सो लेकिन फिर भी अरे ही इज मैरिड नाउ लीव हिम करेक्ट रणबीर कपूर केसरिया करेक्ट ना and one song came for what which song very popular become which song now one film came I don't watch these movies but चलो याद नहीं हाँ I forgot that also but I will come and retain then next class I will ask but any song you can memorize why because you are interested in that same thing if you are interested in study is law you know means when I was student na so all the sections I have memorized just like a song section 1 1 2 1 1 h 1 e ऐसे है ना section 2 h 2 e clause everything I have memorized now I have forgotten because that is not my subject area but all the sections of whether it is contract act or any other act I have memorized because I was interested to learn that normally teacher will say don't memorize that is not important correct now but I have memorized but I said this is chartered accountant I'm chartered accountant I should know that so I have memorized all the sections why because I was interested in that so when you take interest you can memorize anything when you do not have interest then even the God will come he can't do anything so first create interest whatever subject you are learning try to create interest in that why you are doing CA to earn money to have that money in your mind how much money 1 crore per annum अरे बोलना रे 1 crore 1 crore 1 crore 1 crore interest automatic will 1 crore अरे बोलना रे correct now I think that right now means 1 crore is a big amount for your family बोलना या सुनो it's a big amount for your family so we should have an interest in this na बोलना 1 crore big amount if suppose you are getting 1 crore per annum who will become happy your parents will become happy so you should have interest in this or not similarly just try to understand this Virat Kohli is interested in what in playing cricket that is his business he is not playing for fun he is playing for earning reputation recognition and remuneration there are 3 R in your life first recognition correct reputation, and then remuneration. You should be recognized. You know Virat Kohli. Reputation, he has a great reputation. Correct now? And remuneration, to छोड़ दो. Correct now? Similarly, Hardik Pandya. Correct now? Similarly, any other player, all are all are playing that game not for fun. They are playing that game because that is their business. We are here to make CA as our profession. So we should be interested in this or not. And we should, they are playing day and night. We should also study day and night. Because you opted for this now. They have not opted for that. They opted for cricket. Someone opted for singing a song. Someone opted for dancing. So that is their profession. Our profession is what? To become CA and earn money from that. So we should give more and more time to this now. Means out of 24 hours, at least 15 hours we should give. At least 15 hours. So 8 hours to you are giving here. More 7 hours is where? Are you studying in your home? 7 hours. That is the point. Understood? Practice is required. Everyone is practicing for their business. Virat Kohli is practicing. Correct now? Hardik Pandya is practicing. You practice for CA in your home after coaching class. That is also required. Correct? So come to what next concept of this chapter. Understood. Write down. Point number 7. Inventory a record system. Inventory record system. Now we have understood that, just try to understand that to value closing stock we want units multiplied by cost price per unit, multiplied by cost price per unit. Now we have understood from last discussion how to calculate cost price per unit. But how to find a unit, that also we need to understand. So what is the number of units left? Number of units left. That is decided based on what? Inventory record system. Inventory record system. Correct? So inventory record system is to know, yeah, to determine what? To determine what? Bolo? Units of stock. Units of stock. So how to determine units of stock? That depends upon inventory record system, and as per this chapter there are two ways of recording inventory. Inventory record system, there are two ways to find out units. Correct? First is known as periodic inventory system. Correct? Understood? Also known as physical inventory system. Also known as physical inventory system. Second is known as perpetual. What is the meaning of perpetual? Perpetual means what? Continuous. Perpetual. Inventory system. Correct? Now perpetual inventory system means to keep a recording of inventory, means how much is coming in, how much is going out. We need to record stock of inventories, means we need to record how much stock is coming in, how much stock is going out on a continuous basis in our record. That is known as perpetual inventory system, means daily wise we'll keep record, but practically it is not possible. For a big businessman, how much coming in, how much going out, it is not possible if you have different types of inventory. Suppose if I am dealing with only furniture, then it is possible. But suppose we have different types of inventory. For example, if we go to Big Bazaar to now closed down. Correct now. Suppose you went to any store, Ratnadeep. You know Ratnadeep? You went there. Look at, there are many units, there are many items. So it is not possible to record how much coming in, how much going out. So practically it might have, it is not possible to do recording on a daily basis. correct? And therefore there is one more system that is based on physical counting. He at a particular time of time will count how many stocks left. That is based on physical counting. So this is based on actual counting, and this is based on actual recording on a continuous basis. Correct? Have you understood this point? Now we need to understand this theoretical point. We need to understand what is the difference between these two systems. Write down difference between what? First write down periodic, and this write down perpetual. Point number A. Can I start? Write down. It is based on, it means what? Periodic inventory system. This system is based on, correct? It is based on physical verification. Physical verification and counting of stock. Counting of stock. Means can I say at any point of time one person will come, he will verify how many stock left and count it, and that become units of closing stock. Correct? Understood? But perpetual means what? It is based on book records. Means can I say one person will be appointed who will keep record of inflow and outflow of stock. How much stock is coming in, how much stock is going out on daily basis. On daily basis. Point number B. देखो, this system provides information about stock at a particular point of time. At a particular point of time. Means can I say whenever you have done counting at that point of time, you know closing stock. Means counting is required on a particular day, and on that day you know how many closing stock left. Are you getting? But can I say when I am maintaining record, so on a continuous basis we know what is the closing stock on daily basis. Correct? In this item, this system provide information about stock on a continuous basis. On a continuous basis. This point have you understood? Means on a daily recording, we'll have daily recording. What is the inflow outflow? Then we can do plus minus. We can find out what is the stock of each day. Correct? No. Point number C. Can you say when we are saying counting? So by counting we are determining closing stock. Correct? It means we know purchase. Correct? We know purchase. Correct? We know opening stock. We know purchase, and we know closing stock. So if you know opening stock, if you know purchase, if you know closing stock by counting, so can I say automatically you can find out cost of goods sold. So in this system, you determine closing stock, and cost of goods sold will be residual amount. Cost of goods sold will be residual amount. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Not understanding. For example, opening stock, do you know from last year? Correct. Purchase, you know because you are recording purchase. Now, because you have counted closing stock, you know closing stock. So automatically, what you are finding? Cost of goods sold. Means cost of goods sold will be balancing figure यहाँ पर. But in this case, can I say you'll do opening stock plus purchase. Can you see, to find out closing stock, you need to first minus what, cost of goods sold, and then you will get closing stock. So closing stock is a balancing figure यहाँ पर. Are you getting? Means what you are determining यहाँ पर? What you are determining यहाँ पर? Cost of goods sold. What is the residual figure यहाँ पर? What is the residual figure यहाँ पर? This type of theoretical question they will ask in MCQs, or true or false. Under periodic inventory system, cost of goods sold is residual amount, true or false. This type of question can be asked. Understood? But this point, have you understood this point? Just write down. This system determine closing stock and cost of goods sold is calculated as residual amount. Have you understood? Is it right down? This system determines what? Determines what? Cost of goods sold and what? Closing stock is calculated as what? Residual amount. Have you understood this difference? Have you understood this difference? Correct. Now, I mean, just try to understand what I am saying. Point number D. Correct. Everyone. Suppose you have 100 opening stock, then you purchase 1000, and then your closing stock is 200. So what is the residual amount? It become 900. 900. So this is what? Cost of goods sold. Correct. Understood? Now suppose after verification you found that there was abnormal loss of 5 units. After verification you found that there was an abnormal loss of 5 units. So my question to you all, in this calculation, abnormal loss will be included in closing stock or cost of goods sold? Are you able to understand what I am saying? Suppose you found that there was an abnormal loss of 5 units due by investigation. There was an abnormal loss of, suppose there was some stock stolen by employee. You do some investigation. So some stock was stolen by employee. You find after this determination. So my question to you all, abnormal loss will be included in closing stock or cost of goods sold? Cost of goods sold. Means can you say in this case abnormal loss if any will be included in cost of goods sold? In this case abnormal loss if any will be included in closing stock. Understood what I am saying? This becomes the next difference. Difference you understood? Correct. I just write down. Correct. Write down abnormal loss if any will be included in cost of goods sold. Here I don't. Abnormal loss if any will be included where? Will be included in closing stock. This also you have understood. Point number E. देखो. This system is simple and less expensive. Why less expensive? Because you are not supposed to appoint one employee on a daily basis. You can ask any of the employee go and count on a particular day. This is less expensive. But for perpetual, one employee is required to be appointed throughout the year. So it become costlier. So less expensive. I hope you have understood this point. Correct. In this write down, this is an expensive method. expensive system. And normally it might happen we are not following perpetual, we are following what? Periodic. Correct now. Means in a traditional business normally we follow physical verification on a particular day. Anyone have business, family business you have? Correct. So you ask your father today, you maintain your stock on daily basis or you count on a particular day? Just ask this question. You went to your business, you are involved in that business, you are not involved. So just ask this question. Tomorrow once again I will ask. My point is that he will say this method. Let's see. He will say physical verification we don't keep record, because keeping record is what? Expensive method. But suppose your business is organized, then they might follow what? Perpetual basis. Correct now. Can I say it is easy to identify abnormal loss in this system? Physical verification means perpetual or periodic? Periodic or perpetual? Perpetual now, because you are keeping record on a daily basis. So you can find out any abnormal loss where. So can I say if you want organized structure, then normally you will go for what? Perpetual. But normally in a traditional business we are not organized, we are unorganized. Correct? Now, traditional business is always unorganized, so they will not go for periodic system. They will say physical counting is only good. Are you able to understand? So can I say it means inventory control is possible in this system? Perpetual. Inventory control means we can control our inventory in this system because we have a daily basis recording, daily basis stock we have. So just write down point number F. Write down inventory control is not possible. In this case write down inventory control is possible. Correct. Last point. Point number G. Write down. This system requires closing down of business for physical counting. Normally if you are using physical counting method, so you will do counting on a holiday, because can I say on a closing day means on a day which is not a business day, there will be no inflow outflow, so you can easily count it. But suppose on a business day there will be inflow and outflow of stock, so counting is not possible. Only means for counting of stock, closing of business is required. So this system requires closing of business for physical counting, but under perpetual system, can I say that is not required because we are maintaining record for that. Correct. In this write down, what do we write down? The closing of business is not required. Closing of business is not required. Have you understood this point? Theoretical point. Normally they can ask you difference between for 5 marks, or they may ask you true or false from this concept. Understood? I hope you have understood the concept behind this. Correct? So there are how many system? Two system. First is known as what? Periodic. Also known as what? Physical inventory system. It is based on what? Physical counting, physical verification or counting of stock. Second method is what? Perpetual inventory system. It is based on what? Book record, actual recording. Understood? Then you can read the balance point and you can memorize. Understood? Next point. Next point is what? 8. Let go. Write down. Cost formula. Cost formula. Correct. Now, we also require formula to find out cost price per unit cost. What is cost formula? Now we need to understand. There are many formula given to find out cost price of inventory. So it depends upon the types of inventory. So it means we need to first find out what is the nature of inventories. So there are two types of inventories. Just write down. First, items of inventories which are not interchangeable. Which are not interchangeable. Which are not interchangeable means what? Which are not interchangeable means what? It means these are not similar. Not similar. Items of inventories are not similar. Correct. Are you? Items of inventory which are not interchangeable. For example, we are constructing, yeah, we are producing, yeah, we are assembling aeroplanes. We are manufacturing aeroplanes. So can I say whatever aeroplane we are manufacturing for one customer, whether it will be same for other customer? Can I say aeroplane, whatever we are manufacturing, that is based on the specification given by customer? It means, can I say every units are dissimilar? Every units of inventories are dissimilar. For example, we are manufacturer of furniture, and furniture we manufacture as per the specification given by customer. Correct now? Means we don't do trading of furniture. I'm not saying the trading of furniture. We are to manufacture furniture as per the requirement of customer. So guys, every furniture will be different. Every furniture will be different now. It means we do not have similar units. We have dissimilar units. One units cannot be interchanged with other units. But for example, we are dealing with what? Some calculator. So calculator to kya hai? The calculator will be same only. Means same model, same. If you have 100 units, so 100 units will be same only. So these are the items of inventory which can be interchanged. Means one unit can be interchanged with other units. Are you able to understand? For example, we are dealer of this furniture. So this furniture are same only. Correct. So there can be two categories of inventories. Inventories which are easily interchangeable. Inventories which are not interchangeable. Understood? The second category will be what? Items of inventories which are interchangeable. Means similar. Similar. Can you say when I am saying similar units, so for similar units we can say total cost divided by number of units. Correct. For example, we purchase 100 calculator, similar units. So we'll say total cost divided by total units will get cost price per unit. So we can apply average method in similar unit, but can you apply average method for dissimilar units? No. So can I say whenever items of inventories are not easily interchangeable, then we don't apply average costing. Then what we do? We'll calculate cost price of each unit separately. Every unit's cost price will be calculated separately, and we call it specific identification method. Means the formula name is what? Specific identification method. So for this we'll use one cost formula that is known as specific identification method, also known as unit costing. Unit costing means what? For you each unit, find out separate costing. Unit costing means calculate cost price for each unit what? Each unit separately. Are you able to understand what I am saying? Calculates the cost price of each unit separately. Understood? Have you understood? Correct. But in this case, can I say because items are easily interchangeable, they are similar, so we can apply some gross basis or total basis. We can use total basis because cost price will be similar only for each unit. Correct. So in this case, however, this is only important from examination point of view. In this case, there are 2 points to understand. First, actual cost can be determined. In second add-on, actual cost cannot be determined. Are you able to understand? Now, whenever actual cost can be determined, then we have 4 formula. First is known as FIFO. FIFO means what? You know this. You know this. Very good. Then I will not teach. First in, first out. Huh? Only name you know. FIFO you know. Second is what, brother? LIFO. LIFO also you know. So what is LIFO? LIFO means last in, first out. Then third is what, brother? You know third? Simple average. Simple average price method. And fourth is known as what? Wherever there is simple average, there will be one more average. What? Weighted. Weighted average price method. There are 4 formula, and this is very important from examination point of view. Means our concentration will be on this to understand FIFO, LIFO, SAP, and WAP. SAP means simple average. WAP means weighted average. Understood? Correct. Now, whenever actual cost cannot be determined, it is quite possible that we are not able to determine actual cost. Why? Because for this first in, first out, what is coming in, what is going out, we need to record, we need to maintain records. But it is quite possible we are not maintaining record right now. We have done under physical verification, we are not maintaining record. So when you are not maintaining record, you can't apply ABCD. You can't apply ABCD. So in that, what we'll do? So some techniques has been given to find out what? To find out cost price when actual cost cannot be determined. Correct? So in this write down, point number A, for manufacturing organization, the formula is given standard costing. What is given? Standard costing. This is not in our syllabus. So only you need to memorize the name. Understood? This you will do in CA Inter. There is one chapter standard costing. Correct? In costing subject. In CA Inter. So we will not discuss this right now. Only you need to memorize the name. And for trading organization, we have what? Adjusted selling price method. This is we need to understand because this they can ask. Adjusted selling price method means from examination point of view, we need to concentrate on these 4 formula, and then at the end I will teach you what? Adjusted selling price method. Then this will be over. Have you understood? So let us come to first in, first out, and last in, first out, and simple average, then what? Weighted average. One by one we'll take. Can I take FIFO today? If you permit me, permission granted. If you do not permit, then also I will take. Can I take? Right on. Time हो गया क्या? Can I extend? बोलो. Miss, आवाज is not coming. You want me to leave? देखो, first in, first out. So first in, first out means, can you say you are coming in class one by one? Correct now. Me suppose C came first, then C came, then C came, then you came, then you came, then you came like this. Correct? So they are coming in this order. Then at the time of leaving, C will only goes first out. First. C will go first, then you, then you, then you, then you, then you, then you. This is first in, first out. First in, first out. Means, can I say we are selling from initial purchase or recent purchase? Initial purchase means closing stock will be from which purchase? Initial or recent? Hmm? No, that is only. Suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This many units you purchase. Okay? So this is first in. Now out means sold now. So बताओ, this will be sold first, this will be sold first, then these, then these, then these, then these. Correct? So these are left now. These are left. My question to you are, in, first out, sale will be from which purchase? Recent or recent? What I have said? Both are recent only I have said. But the initial purchase or recent purchase? Initial purchase na. And closing stock will be from recent purchase. Understood? Means this become closing stock. This become cost of goods sold. But if I say last in first out, last in first out means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So last in first out. So you are dealing means first this will be gone, then this, then this, then this, then this. So last in first out. The student who is coming last will go first. The student who is coming last will go first. Means we are doing sale from initial purchase or recent purchase. Recent purchase means this become cost of goods sold and this become closing stock. Understood? This is the difference between what? FIFO and LIFO. What do you think? Which is more practical way? FIFO or LIFO? Are Baba, those who are coming last should be gone first. Are you only say? Just try to understand. C came and C came at what? 9 a.m. That person, last person, came at what? 11 a.m. Understood? After 2 hours. And you need to study for 4 hours. But who will leave first? First na, because her hours will complete first na. And then we'll say you go last. The practical way is what? FIFO or LIFO? More practical way is FIFO. LIFO is not practical method. Correct? कि last in first out. Or why? First in first out. If first came, so first go out na. And therefore LIFO is not acceptable in India. Means we say we can calculate the value of closing stock by both method. But which is not applicable in India, LIFO is not applicable in India. As per AS2. So what our AS2 says, if FIFO is only applicable, LIFO is not acceptable in India. But in exam question they may ask LIFO also. In India we don't use, but in CA foundation level they can ask. In CA inter they will never ask. Means we need to understand both. We need to understand both FIFO as well as LIFO. So we are first doing FIFO because first in, so first that only. This method, this method is based on the assumption that that cost should be charged to PL cost should be charged to PL in the order in which they are incurred. In the order in which they are incurred means chronological order. Have you understood? In which they are incurred. So if you have purchased first, that should be charged to PL first. Are you getting? So can you say in this case the cost of goods sold is from this purchase? So it should be charged to PL first now. So what is the assumption? The cost should be charged to PL in the order in which they are incurred. Means first coming in, so first sold, so that will be charged to PL first because that will become cost of goods sold. Correct? Then madam. 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 In other words, units purchased first will be what? Will be assumed to be sold first. Correct? Understood? It means it means units sold are from which purchase? Are from initial or earlier purchase. Correct now? And units unsold are from which purchase? Are from recent purchase, recent or latest purchase. Have you understood this point? Now, how to find out cost by using this method that we need to understand. Correct? Let me make example. Bolo. Can we take one example? Illustration number only one last example, then we'll wind up. Chalega? Madam. Following are the records of purchase. Madam. Following are the records of purchase. Correct. Madam. Date, units, price per unit. Means cost price per unit. Huh? Always cost price. Madam. 4 December 900 units 50 rupees. Then 10 December again they purchase 400 units and 55 per unit. Then 11 December again they purchase 300 units at rupees 55 per unit. Then again they purchase 19 December, suppose 200 units at rupees 60 per unit. Again they purchase 28 December, they purchase 800 units, suppose at rupees 47. Total units is how much? Check karo. I think 2600. 2600 na? Following are the records of sale. Records of sale. 5th December it is 500. Correct? 20 December 600. Then 29 December it is 500. So how much sold? 1600. So from this one thing is clear that what is unsold units? 1000, and we are here to find out the value of 1000 by using which method? FIFO method. Understood? Correct. That all. Calculate closing stock. Closing stock. Okay. Have you understood? So how to find out? So whenever we are using, so we need to make one table to find out what is the closing stock. Correct? From examination point of view, means if you are not writing exam, so directly we can find out plus minus करके. But in exam you need to follow one method, means one format. So that format I am giving. चलेगा? So it means we are doing what? FIFO method. FIFO method. And now we have understood there are two methods of maintaining record of inventory. One is perpetual, one is physical. So they may ask anyone, perpetual as well as physical also. Correct? So first we are doing perpetual. Perpetual inventory record system. So perpetual means daily wise. So we need to maintain this record daily wise. Correct? So make what? One table. First let me draw, then you will draw. Correct? So first date, then receipt, then issued, then balance. Correct? So first date, then receipt. Receipt means what? Purchase. Bolo. Then issued means sold. And then balance left. Daily wise will keep. Correct? In each there will be 3 more column. Correct? So first will be unit, second will be rate, and third will be amount. Unit, rate, amount. Unit, rate, amount. Chalega? This format only we need to use in exam. However, we can do without this format also. But in exam, we need to score marks na. So you will score marks only with this format. If you are not bending this format, they will not give marks. Chalega? Yes, sir. Can we start? If you have drawn, we can start. So we start with the first date. Date wise. We'll maintain dates wise. First is 4/12. Batao. How many units purchase? What is the rate? What is the amount? 45,000. On this date, any sold? Not nothing sold. So what is the balance? 950, 45,000. Done. So this is the balance of first day. Every day we are finding closing stock. This is perpetual system. Understood? Perpetual. Correct? Then what will come next day? So this day is closed. You can close it. Next, what is the next date? Date batao. After 4th, 5th will come na. So why you are saying second? It is 5th December. Sold means issued. So 5th December. Batao. How much issued? 500. What is the rate? Rate FIFO. First in, first out. So there is only this unit. So we'll go from this only na. Understood? First case, so no problem because only one lot is there. There is only one lot. Understood? This become how much? It is how much? 25,000. 25,000. Now what is the balance? Balance what? 450. So this become how much? 20,000. Done. This also done. Next date is what? 10 December na. But what we have done in that day? Purchase. How many units? What price? 55. What is the amount? 22,000. Anything issued? Nothing. Now, can I say first unit write down which lot? There are two lot now. One is lot of 400. One is lot of 400. Means this 400 you purchase at what price? 50. So this is 20,000. And then second lot is 400. You purchase at what? 55. This is what? 22,000. Have you understood? So on this date your closing stock is what? The total closing stock is 42,000. But this is purchase first and this is purchase second. Arey Baba, this was opening on this day. What was the opening stock? This is the opening stock now. And you again purchase. The total stock is 800. But out of 800 you purchase which lot first? So first you have purchased this and then you purchase this. Therefore you are writing this first and then second this. Means now if sale happen, you will sell from which lot? Rupees 50 or rupees 55? Rupees 50, that will go first. Understood? The concept you understood. Now next day batao. What is the date? 11. Again purchase. Oh my god. Again purchase na. Again purchase. Batao. 11, 12. How much purchase? 300. At what price? 55 only. This become what? 16,500. And nothing has been issued. So now there are three lot. One is 400, 50, 20,000. Then 400, 55, 22,000. Then 300, 55, 16,500. Have you understood this? Correct. Have you understood this? Now, what is the next day? 19. One second purchase. Oh my god, I have given wrong question. Wrong question. Sale ही नहीं है यार. चल ठीक है. 200. Then what? 16 become what? 12,000. No. Now there are four lots. Four lots. Write down. 400, 50, 20,000, 400, 55, 22,000, then 300, 55, 16,500, and then what? 200, 60. It is what? 12,000 na? 12,000. This was how much? 16,500. And this was how much? 12,000. Have you understood this? Correct. So this is now closed. This day is also closed. Now next date is what? 20 December. Now issued. Issued how much? 600. But the 600 first from which lot? So this will be entirely sold. So first we'll take 400, 50, 20,000. And then from which lot? So can I say from this lot 200 will go? Correct now. So 200 from this lot. At what price? 55. Are you able to understand? Have you understood this point? First in, first out. First in, first out. Understood? अरे बोल रहे. Understood? Confused? I should leave? I should leave or continue? पक्का ना? You are feeling sleepy? बोल. So how much it is? 11,000. Now बताओ. Closing stock From this lot, how much left? 200 into what? 55, 11,000. From third lot, entire 300, 55, 16,500. And this is 200, 60, how much? 12,000. Understood? Correct? This also done. Then what? Next day is what? 28, 12. Now you can do 1 second purchase. 847. How much? 37,600. Nothing sold. Now 1 second, there will be 4 lot. There will be 4 lot na. But how much? 255. Bakwas na. What we are doing this? Bakwas na. But करना पड़ता है. For scoring marks. 260, 12,000. Correct? And then how much will be added? 847, 37,600. Can you say LIFO मजा आएगा? LIFO become more interesting. First in, first out. But they are last in, first out. So concentration level is required in that case. And therefore they ask LIFO in exam. However, LIFO is not applicable in India. Why they ask, we also don't know. We should not teach LIFO na. If LIFO is not applicable, should we teach? Yes, because it is in exam. From examination point of view, you teach last. You'll do it last. So 29, 12. Issued, how much issued? 500. बताओ क्या करेंगे? 200 from first lot. Then what? 300 from second lot, entire na. Look, what is the balance? 200, 60, 12,000 and 800, 47, 37,600. Look, this is the closing stock. So if they ask closing stock for the month of December, this is the closing stock for the month of December as per FIFO method. But LIFO it will change. LIFO it will change. Understood? Will you do same question by applying LIFO? I say apply and do that. You have understood last in first out now. Once you do by your own in your home, same method, but last in first out. The unit purchased last will be sold first. Means when you are in issued column, now be careful. When you are in issued column, be careful. So will you do the same question by LIFO in your home? Do and come. Even though you are not doing, I will do it. Chalega. But I hope FIFO one question you have understood. Only what is required? Practice is required. And practice is not much required. One question you will do by your own, it will be understood. Chalega. So for today, this much only. Thank you for extra time. Thank you for extra time. We'll meet tomorrow. Till then, bye bye. Take care. Enjoy your remaining day.